I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Bengals right tackle Trent Brown will miss the rest of the season after suffering a torn patellar tendon injury in Monday night's loss to the Commanders. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey traveled to Germany to see a specialist regarding his Achilles tendonitis. McCaffrey was placed on injured reserve week 2 and is eligible to return Thursday night, October 10th against the Seahawks. Meantime, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin says Russell Wilson will continue to be a limited participant in practice this week, and the team is preparing to start Justin Fields Sunday against the Colts. Packers quarterback Jordan Love could be one step closer to taking the field for the first time Sunday since week 1. Head coach Matt LaFleur saying Love will practice on a limited basis this week as he works his way back from a sprained MCL. And former Packers Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre announcing he's been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Buying or selling a home is a big deal. Literally. It's one of the largest financial transactions you're likely to make. So work with someone who will work with your best interest in mind. Someone who agrees to operate with transparency, honesty, and fairness every step of the way. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and are bound by a strict code of ethics that requires they put your interests above their own. Because that's who we are. Make sure your agent is a realtor.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print everything for my business. Sure can. And the quality is guaranteed? Absolutely. Plus, you'll beat any price quote. Is that right? For sure. How about this one? We'll beat it. Can you print menus, signs, and flyers? Sure can. How about blueprints? No problem. What about red prints? Not a real thing. What if they were? We'd print them, and they'd look amazing.
Now at Staples, print more, save more. Up to $150 off your print purchase. Ends 11/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details and staples.com/price match for in-store price match guarantee.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. It's another beautiful day in our neighborhood. It is a Wednesday, 25th day of September, 2024. And coming up, we've got to look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, in-depth weather, and even some birthdays to celebrate. I'm Carroll in the newsroom. Jared, good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Well, in the news, before we get to the news, Costco is opening a new warehouse store in South Central LA. Okay? The new warehouse store includes Costco apartments for rent. Ooh, yeah, I think new tenants are going to be really surprised when they run into a woman giving out free samples. I think that might be just a little bit of a, whoa, how'd that happen?
They're going to have top security in South Central.
I think so. Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Oh, we can look back in history. On this date in 1804, I didn't realize it was that long ago, the first steam-powered locomotive was tested in England. It could haul 30 tons up a hill at 4 miles per hour, which is, when you think about it, pretty amazing because, well, an English vehicle going 4 miles an hour these days, well, usually they break down well before that. And having owned several English vehicles in the past, I can attest to that. Yes, mechanically, there always seems to be a problem. I do remember my Austin Healey, if it would start, it would get you anywhere you wanted to go. Getting back might be a problem, and oftentimes it wouldn't start. But hey, if it did start, you had it made. Oh, well. And we were talking about steam locomotives, doing just a little bit of research on my mother's side of the family. My great-great-grandfather was an ironmonger, okay? What that means is he built steam locomotives for the Pennsylvania Railroad in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Back in the day, they were handmade piece by piece, and they used to mold all the pieces. So, anyway, we have a connection to that. And I have some of his hand tools now, going back to the 1860s. Okay, are you ready for birthdays?
Birthday time.
Okay, just wanted to make sure you were awake. Actor Robert Walden is 81. Actor Michael Douglas is 80. Model Cheryl Teague, 77. Actor Mimi Kennedy, 76. Anson Williams from Happy Days. Was he Potsy? Yeah, he was Potsy. He is 75. Actor Mark Hamill, 73. Actor Colin Friels, 72. Actor Michael Madsen, 66. Actor Heather Locklear, 63. Actor Aida Turturro, 62. Actor Tate Donovan, 61. Actor Maria Doyle Kennedy, 60. Actor Jason Fleming is 58. Will Smith is 56. Actor Hal Sparks, 55. Actor Catherine Zeta-Jones is 55. Celebrates the same day as her husband, Michael Douglas. Actor Brigitte Wilson-Sampras is 51. Actor Clea Duvall, 47. Actor Robbie Jones, 47. Actor Joel David Moore, 47. Actor Chris Owen, 44. Actor Lee Norris, 43. Actor Zach Woods, 40. Actor Jordan Garveris is 35. Actor Emmy Clark, 33. Local birthdays coming up.
The Imperial Tigers are looking for an Imperial Valley title this year, and Mickey Gale and George Grijalva will be on the sidelines with all the action. Follow the Imperial Tigers live on the web, KXORadio.com. All the games, home and away, streaming live on KXORadio.com.
Imperial High School football is brought to you by Enercare, the Imperial Tiger Football Association, K's Sushi Bar and Grill, and Roto-Rooter of the Imperial Valley.
Mickey and George at Valley Center Friday night on the web, KXORadio.com. We have happy birthday wishes for Belinda Rangel, Laris Baker, Blanca Rain, Veronica Zavala, Curtis Butler, Billy Powers, Francis Robles, Yvette Elizalde, Charlena Cruz, Gloria Panduro, Isis Ramirez, Greg Beal, Ashley Ochoa, Lydia Villarreal, Magdalena Lopez Jimenez, Joe Bernal, Anna Herrera, Mallory Kellum, Diane Butler, Monica Dominguez, and J.R. John Robertson. Happy birthday from KXO. You know, we mentioned Costco earlier, and having been to Costco recently, I guess Costco thinks that you want to put up your Christmas tree and eat turkey while wearing a Halloween costume. Don't rush things, folks, okay? It'll get here soon enough, right?
Yeah, they've had all the stuff out since Labor Day.
Pretty much, yes. Oh, well, I'm not in that big of a hurry. We've got news. So, are you ready to jump in?
News time.
Okay, World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. The LAPD says one person was shot and killed when a transit bus was hijacked this morning with several passengers on board. The suspect led officers on a 6-mile chase through city streets. CBS News Los Angeles, Cara Finstrom.
Investigators say they're now downloading video from cameras on that bus to try and figure out what could have possibly motivated that gunman.
Suspect is in custody. People who live along Florida's Gulf Coast are prepping for a possible Category 3 Hurricane Helene tomorrow. Dorothy Richardson's in Tallahassee.
Got my sandbags, got my coal, got my lighter fluid, got my propane tank.
Israel's activating reserve troops after intercepting the first Hezbollah missile targeting Tel Aviv. Secretary of State Blinken tells CBS he blames the group for rising tensions.
Hezbollah in the north from southern Lebanon started lobbing rockets and missiles into Israel. People living in northern Israel had to flee their homes, about 70,000.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. In L.A., a Metro bus passenger is dead in a shooting that led to the bus being hijacked by the alleged shooter. It happened early this morning with 3 passengers and the driver on board. LAPD is saying the driver and 2 of the 3 passengers will be okay.
They were shaken but unharmed. The 3rd passenger on the bus expired from complications from the gunshot wounds, and then the suspect was taken into custody.
Deputy LA Police Chief Donald Graham. After a brief pursuit through downtown LA, officers laid out spike strips and brought the bus to a halt. That led to a standoff. The alleged hijacker barricading himself inside before eventually surrendering. First court appearance for a man accused in a triple shooting in Stockton that left 1 dead and 2 others injured, including an infant. 39-year-old Sim Jackson fessing up in court.
What do you want to do with your case? Guilty. If you get life in prison, you want to talk to a lawyer? I'm not going to accept a guilty plea today.
Prosecutors saying the shooting stemmed from a love triangle. A 26-year-old woman killed, a 30-year-old woman, and a 1-year-old boy injured. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
This is ludicrous.
but that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
What's better than 1 win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get 1 line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley and mobile service vans that come to you. It's Quick Lane, servicing all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
KXO News. COHS burglary. A burglary was reported on the campus of Central Union High School. Here is George Gale.
The burglary occurred Sunday on the Brighton Avenue campus. El Centro police investigators found that after gaining entry into the school, burglars ransacked and vandalized multiple locations on the school grounds. Officers were able to identify 2 juveniles as the suspects. The pair were arrested after a home visit by officers. The 2 were booked into Imperial County Juvenile Hall on burglary charges. The total cost of property damage has not yet been determined. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Baca in court on Monday. Murder suspect arraigned. 47-year-old Augustine Baca was arraigned on Monday. It was his first court appearance since being arrested in Yuma late last week. Baca is accused of shooting a woman in the face in Calexico on September 10th. The woman was transported to a hospital where she died from the gunshot wound. Baca is a Calexico resident, as was the victim. KXO Local News Time, 7:41.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Phone-free schools. School districts in California will now be required to either limit or prohibit cell phones in classrooms. Here's George Gale with details.
Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill earlier this week that now requires school districts to adopt a policy that limits or restricts phones on campus. The current law gives districts or county offices of education the option to ban or limit cell phone use during school hours. Beginning in the 2026 academic year, a policy will be mandatory. The new law does grant exceptions during an emergency or perceived perceived threat or when a teacher grants permission. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce held their annual meeting and dinner recently. It was held last Friday. The top award presented by IVRCC was the prestigious Duflock Award. The award actively supports and celebrates the Chamber's mission of advocating for business, providing economic leadership, and fostering community pride to ensure growth, prosperity, and quality of life. The 2024 award was presented to Carla Coons. Carla not only was presented the award, but she was also named Grand Marshal of the 2024 El Centro Christmas Parade. This year's parade will be December 7th. The theme will be Christmas traditions around the world. And Imperial street work. Drivers in Imperial may face some delays. The city of Imperial has announced several streets will be closed through today. Wednesday, today's closure will be on Imperial Avenue between 12th and 13th Street. 13th will be closed from Imperial to H Street. All closures will be from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. for all vehicles and foot traffic for slurry seal coating of the roadways. KXO News Time, 7:44. Page 2 and local weather up next.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley: at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. It's an inventory reduction sale at El Centro Motors, and they gotta go now. Over 250 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. The lot is full, and they've got to go. Make an offer. We promise not to laugh, and you could get the deal of a lifetime. We're going all out for your business. Take advantage of available cashback offers, low financing rates, and incentives. Performance trucks from Shelby and Roush take $15,000 off the sticker. That's right, $15,000 off the sticker on performance trucks. Drive the new Ford you've always wanted at total clearance prices. No credit, bad credit. Talk to us. We can get you financed. And remember what Mike says.
If you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money. And it's just that easy.
Local news, page 2, and the weather is all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. They've got the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every single day.
Gun taken off streets. El Centro Police made an arrest that took a gun off the streets. Here is George Gale.
On Sunday, El Centro Police Department officers made a traffic stop in the city. Driver was on probation during a search of the car. A loaded handgun with a high-capacity magazine was found in the vehicle. The driver was arrested and booked into Imperial County Jail on various gun charges. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Navy hosts Bells Across America. Naval Air Facility El Centro will host the annual Bells Across America ceremony on Thursday, September 26th at 9 a.m. in the NAF El Centro Community Center. This solemn event pays tribute to the brave men and women who have died in service to the nation over the past year, while also recognizing the enduring sacrifice of their families and loved ones. The event will begin promptly at 0900 hours at NAF El Centro. And they'll join military installations across the country in this nationwide observance. Bells will ring in unison as we honor the memories of the fallen and offer support to those they have left behind. And no more room. Imperial County Humane Society, they say they have no more room. Yes. Here's George Gale.
They have no more room. They cannot accept any more dogs, cats, or any other animals. They are experiencing extreme overcrowding at the shelter. They currently have 300 animals in the shelter, built for 80. Adoptions are at an all-time low. From October 1st through the 15th, there will be an effort to make it easier to adopt an animal. Bissell Pet Foundation will be sponsoring reduced adoption fees across the nation. The local Humane Society is a participating shelter. Adopters will be able to save a life and bring home a spayed or neutered vaccinated pet for $50 or less, sometimes much less. It is the Fall National Empty the Shelters event. Contact the local shelter if you need more information. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Vesco is to install new charging stations, electrical vehicle charging stations in Calexico. Vesco is a disabled and wounded warrior veteran-owned company. Ground was recently broken in Calexico for the construction and installation of the EV charger stations. Vesco approached the city with the proposal. The stations will be built near existing businesses for the convenience of users. No timetables were released for the project. KXO News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at weather next.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Try one of our weekday lunch specials that include a soft drink from only $8 an ounce for September Happy Mexican Independence Day. Get Modelo Especial 16 ounce for $5.50 and 22 ounce for $6.50. And try our enchiladas suizas. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, an unseasonably strong high-pressure system building over the region will strengthen through the weekend, bringing a return of excessive heat to the Imperial and Yuma valleys. In fact, temperatures resembling the middle of June will be more common through early next week. Dry air will also remain entrenched over the area as well into next week, resulting in mostly clear skies. 108 the high yesterday, 71 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 109. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 74. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Sunny on Thursday with a high near 107. South wind about 5 miles an hour. 76 degrees, 21% relative humidity. Wind out of the west, actually out of the north right now. It just shifted out of the north at 3 miles an hour, gusting up to 5 to 7 miles an hour. Air quality good throughout the valley, except moderate in Brawley and Nyland. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Farkas, Superintendent of Central Union High School District. Academic success starts with being present. Every day counts when it comes to a student's education. Don't let absences hold them back. Let's strive for success. Be present, be punctual, and be prepared for a bright future. Every day at school is a step closer to your child achieving their dreams. Attendance matters. Let's make every day count.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Padres stopped the Los Angeles Dodgers with a 4-2 victory last night. The game ended, are you ready? The game ended on a triple play. It went 5-4-3, triple play, and, that ended the game. Padres on top 4-2. They've got 2 more with the Dodgers this week. Yeah, making it exciting. Dodgers and Padres fighting it out. Padres, last night's win, punched their ticket to at least a wild card in the playoffs. Tigers nipped the Rays 2-1. Cubs beat up on the Phillies 10-4. Guardians topped the Reds 6-1. Brewers beat the Pirates 7-2. Royals shut out the Nationals 1-0 in 10 innings. It was the Orioles outlasting the Yankees 5-3. Red Sox edged the Blue Jays 6-5 in 10. Braves beat the Mets 5-1, another important series. White Sox won. They beat the Angels 3-2. Marlins over the Twins 4-1. Astros edged the Mariners 4-3. Cardinals beat the Rockies 7-3. Giants pounded the Diamondbacks 11-0. Athletics tripped the Rangers 5-4. And the action continues.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, Thursday night football coming up, the Cowboys and the Giants. The Cowboys on a short week heading into the game. Yeah, all-pro wide receiver CeeDee Lamb did not talk to reporters after Sunday's home loss to the Ravens. Yeah, well, he lost a fumble and dropped a pass and felt real bad about it. Yeah, he's going to return some money from his contract. Not. Meanwhile, the starting quarterback for UNLV's football team says he will not play in any more games this season. Matthew Sluka says he will instead use his redshirt year. Sluka said, I committed to UNLV based on certain representations that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite discussions, it became clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season and hope for the continued success of the program. It might end up in the Pac-12 anyway. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. The U.S. Justice Department filed a lawsuit yesterday accusing Visa of illegally monopolizing the debit card market. For more than a decade, the department alleges, Visa has abused its dominant position in the debit card market to force businesses to use Visa's network instead of competitors and to stop new alternatives from entering the market. We allege that Visa has unlawfully amassed the power to extract fees that far exceed what it could charge in a competitive market. According to the Attorney General, merchants and banks pass along those costs to consumers, either by raising prices or reducing quality or service. As a result, Visa's unlawful conduct affects not just the price of one thing, but the price of nearly everything. And America's slowing job market is taking a toll on people's moods. According to the Conference Board's latest consumer survey, it showed Americans became much more pessimistic about the U.S. economy's current health and the future of the job market. The monthly survey's Consumer Confidence Index fell to a reading of 98.7 in September, down from August upwardly revised 105.6. That decline was worse than economists had predicted. So what's happening on Wall Street? Well, looking at the big board right now, mixed. The Dow off 151 points at 42,057. The S&P 500 up 1 point at 57.33. And the NASDAQ is up 58 points at 18,131. Meanwhile, gold inched up $6.20 an ounce. Oil dropped 61 cents a barrel. At least it's down right now.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 109. West wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming south-southeast. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 74. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 107. South wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. We have 77 degrees downtown with that 22% relative humidity. Wind out of the north, 2 to 3 miles an hour. Air quality good everywhere except moderate in Nyland and Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Primetime NFL football is on AM 1230.
Here we go. Going for it all.
We have the Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night feature games on AM 1230. No fees, just football. NFL primetime games on AM 1230 are brought to you by
El Central RV and Southwest Postal Service.
Giants Cowboys Thursday night.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro. Local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. A deadly ride on a hijacked city bus in Los Angeles. Reporter John Baird of affiliate KNX says a passenger was shot and killed by a gunman who commandeered the bus.
LA police believe the shooting on the bus took place before the hour-long slow-speed chase through the streets of downtown LA, where the SWAT team was finally able to stop the bus. They used spike strips and board the bus and get the driver and another passenger off safely. The suspect surrendered without incident.
Now the latest on Helene, which is now strengthened to a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. Stephanie Abrams of the Weather Channel says it's likely to get more powerful before coming ashore.
The worst winds are in the eye wall, right around the eye of the storm, but we are going to get damaging gusts well away from the center and also well inland.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency for most state counties.
The track currently has the eye of the storm making landfall in Florida sometime Thursday evening in northern Florida. Right now it's in that Wakulla, Franklin County area.
Officials in Lebanon report more than 50 deaths today in Israeli airstrikes. Israel, which is targeting Hezbollah leaders and weapons, has called up military reserve forces. Reporter Linda Gradstein in Jerusalem.
This morning, there were sirens across central Israel when a surface-to-surface missile, a very large missile, was fired at the Tel Aviv area. Hezbollah says that it was a Qadr-1 ballistic missile and that it was targeting the headquarters of the Mossad.
Ukraine's president urging global leaders today at the UN to stand with his country and not seek an out instead of a real, just peace more than 2 years into the war with Russia. And Volodymyr Zelensky issued this warning about what could be to come.
Now Putin does seem to be planning attacks on our nuclear power plants and the infrastructure, aiming to disconnect the plants from the power grid.
The Kremlin said today Moscow would not be forced into peace. A World Health Organization study finds 1 in 10 children and teens in Europe and most of Asia display problematic social media use that interfered with other aspects of their lives. Girls more likely to report problems. Study author Dr. Joe Inchley.
It's really this impact that seeps into other areas of their lives and has a negative effect on, for example, activities outside the home and also their relationships.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 150 points. The S&P and NASDAQ are higher. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice 5G and start saving today.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling your entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
For Coca-Cola, it's back to the drawing board as a new drink blend flops.
Just 6 months after it debuted, the company is pulling Coca-Cola Spiced from store shelves. It was supposed to be a new permanent part of the label's lineup, aimed at Gen Z. Apparently, the younger audience didn't go for it. A Coke spokesperson says the beverage maker will introduce what it calls an exciting new flavor next year. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
League of Legends is caught in the middle of a dispute between Hollywood's Actors Union and an audio company that provides voiceover services for the blockbuster online multiplayer game. Performers unions called a strike against League of Legends, arguing that Formosa Interactive tried to get around an ongoing video game strike by hiring non-union actors to work on an unrelated title. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sounded a little taller on radio.
AM 1230, KXO.